Hello, Insomniacs. It's Kurious Cyclopes
and Steve.
And today we actually have something really special for you. This is our first time we are having guests that actually have experience with working on a horror film. So we're going to get a lot of interesting, in-depth look at how it all works. So, all right, so why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Sweet. Well, I'm Andrew Pizzo. I'm the writer and director of Backroad.
Tom Smith, producer and special effects for Backroad.
I'm Ryan Flannery, actor in
Nice.
Backroad.
Awesome. So Ryan and I have known each other for a couple of years, going to shows and stuff. So when I heard he was involved in a film, I got really excited. And of course, Ryan, introduced me to his two other friends, and that's how this all got set up. So we're really exciting. A little bit ago, you actually showed us your short film.
Yeah.
It was, what was it?
Hunting for Justice.
Hunting for Justice. Now that was freaking fun. So you guys want to talk about that briefly before we move on?
Yeah. It's Hunting for Justice was our first short film as a production team. It was just meant out to be like a group of us going out there to the woods and basically taking everybody up there to a vacation for a week and then shooting a film while we're up there.
Yeah. I gotta say, I thought it was freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
What I mainly liked was obviously the practical effects. I know you guys said obviously that's more of your thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I saw there was great shots of some gore. One of them even reminded me of Cannibal Holocaust. They found a wicked log. I don't want to give away too much, but it was really neat. It was about 20 minutes long, but you think it's a revenge flick at first, which I tend to really like, but there is a twist on that. So we got a little flavor of what they're working with. So we had a good time watching that in the theater room. It's a nice little precursor, but yeah. And how many people did you have working on that film altogether?
With cast and crew or just crew?
Cast and crew.
Crew, there was like 4 of us.
Okay. Right.
Cast, we had about 6 people.
All right.
So that was it. We all went up in one cabin. We stayed there for a week and had a good time making it. But it was something I wrote like 2-3 years ago, and people were dropping out, and then we had, I met the right cast and crew, and it all worked, and then we got the show. But right now it's in the music composing stage, and that's going to take like a month or 2, and then it'll be hitting the film festival circuits.
So I remember privately you told me, you have a secret behind your blood. So we don't have to get in depth on how you make that. We don't want to spoil your secrets.
It's
but,
the best
do you
blood.
always use the same formula for blood, or it doesn't depend on when you're shooting and all the lighting? And
it really does. Like, it depends on the lighting. You got to set different colors into it. But our blood doesn't like stain pink and purples like you see store-bought stuff.
Yeah.
My blood like washes out of people's clothes. Like
really?
in Backroad, they were covered in blood every night.
Came right out.
Then, we'd wash them that night, and then the next day they were like ready to shoot again.
All right, that's actually impressive because, for instance, Guar probably doesn't use anything crazy, but when I've seen him, oh my god, I'm stuck like pink for
a week if you go to a Guar show. I went to a Guar show.
Yeah, even my shower got stained from Guar blood.
Say goodbye to your contacts.
Yeah.
So it's definitely impressive hearing that it just comes right off.
Yeah,
so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to the blood, obviously that's half of the special effects is having the blood appear. Do you go through a lot of blood? What do you say when you're doing these shoots?
I can say this. Hunting for Justice, we made about 10 gallons of blood, but we didn't use it all.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't made to be like, as you've seen it wasn't made to be like a horror, gory film. It's, a good story, twist, that kind of stuff. Backroad, on the other hand, it's a good story. It's shot really good, but the gore in it is so over the top, and if you like gore, you're definitely
I love gore.
It's probably the most disturbing film I've ever worked on, and I'm not saying that because like we're not, we worked on it. It's really when I first met him and he gave me the script, I got to the first 10 pages and I was like, my wife is not going to want me to make this.
In the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're probably hitting like an X-rated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The cool thing about it's not like fun gore. I mean, it is fun gore, but there's definitely some scenes where you're watching it and you're you're gross the
It's
fuck out. Like,
I can tell you right
like,
now,
oh my god, this
people are
is-
either gonna love us or they're gonna hate us.
yeah.
Oh, like hate you
There's
for
no,
being so grossed out, offended.
they're not gonna be in the middle like, oh, it's okay, and that's what you want. You want people to say, I love it, or it's cool if they don't like it. As long as they have
like,
some
If
kind
they
of.
hate it, you did something right.
Exactly.
If they hate it,
Yeah.
then you're like, I gotta be doing something right.
You're
with
Oh,
pissing
yeah.
people
buttons
off.
in 2017 with gore. You must be doing something extra special.
You
Oh,
know,
You know what I mean? Like,
I sculpt things like from scratch. Like everything I make is like from scratch. Like I sculpt it like prosthetics and I sculpt some really cool stuff and like we'll put it out there and some people will like it. But then the minute that you put something like a gory head in like in the shot and it's like, oh my god, and it gets like thousands of hits and views. So that's what people want to see.
Is there
So-
ever a time? I mean, do the special effects always come after you have the scene set up, or sometimes you're like, I really want to do this in a movie. Now I got to make a scene so I can pull off this kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
Do you ever
it-
come up with the effects first,
Yeah, I mean, we try to come up with like effects that haven't been seen before, but that's really hard.
and then you work it into the
You know,
story?
But then you start talking about like, okay, let's try to do it, but something that we want to see. If you ever get like people that are like, oh, this is the most disturbing film in the world, and you watch it and you're like, really? Like that wasn't disturbing or gory at all.
Green
Like,
Inferno!
First thing that came to mind. Every fucking Eli Roth movie now gets like banned. And it's the worst
Yeah,
movie
I'm
you've
sure.
ever
Okay,
seen.
buddy.
that was a big
Yeah.
inspiration. Like when we're like, you know what? Let's show people what disturbing and horror really is.
And not just one scene, there's
It's
like
the
one
whole
scene in
movie.
Green Inferno.
Oh, I know. There's only
That's
one
really
that kinda
great.
is,
Yeah.
And then, with Backroad, there's
Boom.
multiple. There's
Eye candy all the way, man.
To answer your question, that was a long answer for a question.
well, that's
but
fine. It's gonna be
I think we were hitting 22 gallons of blood
for Backroad.
for Backroad.
that's freaking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it cost me $130 to make a gallon.
Really? I can't even imagine what goes in there then.
Yeah, so
That's the secret.
We gotta buy the kids.
Secret.
Yeah,
Oh,
buy
yeah.
the
I'll buy them
kids.
from Thailand. And then it's all down
Yeah.
there.
That's why it washes right out.
Yeah,
not real.
Fresh child blood comes out of your car.
Virgin child blood.
Yeah. Well, not after I get done with it.
And
this smells
so
like
when
pussy.
first, when Backroad first, was starting to just manifest, how did you guys? Well, you guys said you already worked on some films in the past, so how did you guys reach out to each other
Well-
to discuss, like, hey, we want to make, But yeah.
Yeah, you did enough talking, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much, I started writing the script probably 4 years ago in 2014.
okay.
And my goal was to make an awesome horror movie. That's all I wanted to do. And I've had, specific kill scenes in my head since high school. And I finally put them to good use and put them all together in one epic movie, hopefully. The one special effect got him on the project.
Wow.
He was like, I've never seen that, let's do it. Because I was very vivid on what I wanted. And once I told Tom, he was like, I'm all on. I remember that first conversation. I could only imagine what he was thinking. I'm coming up to him. It's a second special effects guy I ever met. And I'm like, yeah, I got a movie too, Tom. It's really gory. And he's probably like, yeah, you got a budget? No, I don't have a budget. But
Who does?
who does have a budget?
How most conversations start with a filmmaker.
Like that,
right?
like that joke I was telling you earlier. Like, oh, I want this, and this, but I have no money. So can you help me out? And once he read the script, he was sold. And the script was pretty solid, in my eyes at least.
Yeah, I agree. This script fucking rules, dude.
It wasn't just like the special effects. It was like it was
Yeah.
a cool story. It was like an 80s style kind of movie.
A horror
like,
movie with a story,
And,
you lose that story nowadays, with all the reboots and
Yeah,
the
I know
jump
about
scares.
that.
We wanted something that really just put a sour taste in your mouth after watching
So,
it.
how far did you get in the beginning process before you actually found Ryan?
Ryan, when did he come?
I hit you up like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
'cause-
it was about
Because he was posting about it online, and I think it was right after you guys got done hunting for justice. And then I saw something on film.org or something, And I've known Drew for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And I just hit him up and was like, yo, what's good? Like, are you serious about this? And he sent me the script, and he's like, here, read this and let me know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
And what was awesome was I read the script, and like apart from the gore, the script is also gonna fuck with people too. Because I mean,
I can't even imagine
some of the terms are, you know, that the characters use.
Yeah.
People don't like to hear these days.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that got me into it too. Like, this is like some fucking trash.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So that, and I was actually harping him for like, I harped you for like a year. I'm like, when are we doing it? When are we starting it? Like, I'm good. I'll do this, I'll do that. And then, yeah, eventually it all came together.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this was your first time getting experience working in a film like this, or?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And it's a dream come true, man.
And he's
Just-
one of the only like local actors that we use like around my area. He lives probably he did live about 25 minutes away from me. Now he lives in Philly, but he grew up in my area too. So he kind of got like all those little metaphors that I kind of threw in there from the area.
Yeah, so you said you were really trying to also pay tribute to the area you grew up around.
Yeah, I really, Schuylkill County really isn't too much to look at, but from a horror movie standpoint, it's perfect area.
Some of the most amazing locations.
Yeah.
Stuff that we would have, like we would need $1 million to build or get.
Yeah.
Pay somebody to let us use their. Like, we have amazing locations.
When I was a kid, even growing up around Scook, I would get freaked out. Like, just driving on the back roads.
Yeah.
Don't intend it, but seriously, I'd be driving around and you see these little fucking farmhouses and shit. And in my head, like my little 8-year-old head, I'm like, I wonder what the fuck.
To come
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is going on in there? And I remember even the one night we were filming at his house, the last scene that we just did, and you could hear the coyotes up in the up in the mountains, like cackling at the moon and shit at like 4:00 in the morning.
A lot of night shooting.
Yeah.
In the woods too.
A lot of crazy scheduling with
I
that
can't
one.
even imagine the lighting situation shooting at night.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that.
It was, I mean, doing it by ourselves. I mean, pretty much we didn't have much of a crew.
This was it.
His partner
partner,
and
Matt.
an audio guy. We really didn't have much of a crew. So I'm running around like a madman, running off cigarettes and a little bit of weed. And
Did you have a light attached to the camera? Or something?
no, we had
we had
huge lights that
huge
literally
lights.
lit up
You had a
the.
generator?
We have some lights.
Or-
Oh no, like we would run extension.
Yeah, most times we
So
would
you're
run
extension cords.
a mile long extension cord.
Under the
I was
woods.
wondering how that was working out.
We lucked out, we got a property that was owned by a fire station that's literally in the middle of the woods, and they have a source of power there, and outlets spread out throughout the property. So it made our life a little easier because it's literally in the middle of the woods, and that was right in my backyard usually.
A lot of people helped out like that, like people that we don't know that like just grew up. I guess he grew up in the area, and then he knew a lot of people and was just like, "Hey, can we shoot here?" Like we shot it in like a store, convenience store. We shot
gas
in
station.
like gas station.
Yeah.
Awesome story right here is we shot it. I'll let him tell it but we got in trouble by the state police
In a way.
Oh yeah.
We shot a scene, and we cleaned up the best we can.
There's really no way to
But you can't
up
really
the
clean
blood.
up like blood off rocks.
We could dump Clorox on there, but
Flip it upside
we were in a stripping pit, and it took 25 minutes to go up. And if you had a car, you couldn't make it up there. Like you needed like 4x4s and
SUVs.
it was going up these, and the turns were really crazy, and it's like up the rocks. And it's like we just had our cast in the back of a pickup truck,
like bouncing around
while we're following a video on it. It's like, look at these guys, like look what we're putting them through.
And of course, if people don't know what's going on, you might, some people might be suspicious, and some of them
Oh, we
stuff,
had
like, what the
somebody
hell's
that was
going
like I guess a partial owner or
yeah,
somebody that worked there. So we had permission to be there. But like I said, we shot there. That was like a day scene shot that we did, and
really gory scene.
it was a pretty gory scene. Not like one of the goriest scenes in the film, but it's pretty gory.
It's pretty brutal.
It's brutal for like the whole scenario of the whole film. And when we shot it and like we were done, we were wrapping up, we were cleaning up, and then I guess like a couple hours later, some trespassers were up there. Like I guess maybe
on private
because they do.
property.
Yeah, and then reported it, and then like the state police came out and they checked it out, and then they called in a dive team because there was like I guess like a missing person up there. For weeks
Yeah,
before that.
there were like 2 missing kids from the area. They were thankfully found like a week or so later, or a couple days maybe. But I'm gonna stop him before he goes any further, because who wants to hear him talk?
The main guy.
But it was funny with the police conversation. The whole reason the whole search and rescue spawned was because of the blood splatter. It was very consistent with a real life beating of a human, where it was just brutal.
Take credit for that.
The blood would splatter everywhere, and the cop was like, asked us how we did that. Got that.
So he
fact.
pretty much was like, "You got to explain to me."
Yeah,
All right.
he was like, it just looks like someone was beaten up there.
So you pretty
and
much
dumped.
had a guinea pig moment and a Cannibal Holocaust moment where
Yeah.
you had to explain to the authorities, "No, man, this
Yeah.
is how we did the effects. Nothing bad happened."
I even
So that's cool.
Look at that. That's a compliment
That
right there.
validates. That validates.
Exactly.
They actually took the blood in for a sample
Yeah.
and tested it and stuff.
What in the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah, and it was like a 3-day write-up. Like the one day was like
Yeah.
bloody scene, then it was like second day was like local filmmaker contacted us and told us they were making a film,
What's
Yeah.
funny
and then
is
the third like one was like
they like
we tested
promoted the
blood.
film. Yeah, they're like, dude, we tested it in this film that's coming out such and such.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
filmed in the area, and it's like the one time I'll thank the fucking cops for it.
Yeah, no,
right?
there's something crazy. I contacted him and I was like, dude, you need to contact them again and tell them there's another location filled with blood.
Yeah.
So they don't like
From that same day,
What's going
too.
From the
on?
same day.
Yeah.
It's like
And,
blood splatter all over Schuylkill County,
That's gotta be a great story to tell to like sell the movie to people. Be like, hey, this happened.
Yes.
Watch the movie to find out what scene you think
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
People think
maybe in like
Yeah.
if we have like a DVD behind the scenes kind of thing, we can post like the articles.
Yeah, I
and-
was just gonna say, you
Yeah.
need the article to
Yeah.
be included, so people could be like,
people thought it was
"Oh."
fake. Like we were like, no, this is legit.
Even if you post an article like, "Oh, want to see why this happened?" We'll find out. You gotta watch our movie. Obviously, and there had to be some controversy there to upset
Yeah.
the authorities.
There's so much. It's so funny because we got hammered on social media, on the post on Facebook. People were just attacking us, calling us stupid, irresponsible, that we should have to pay for all the, I guess restitution to, because it costs so much money. It costs about $20,000, $25,000 to send that search and rescue dive team to the stripping pit and search it. And there was so much backlash against us, and I came out and told them exactly what happened.
That is crazy.
And there was
dude.
still backlash. It's like, well, still you shouldn't be making a movie in Schuylkill County.
You should
It's
do
like,
nothing with your life.
all right,
Don't do
well,
anything in your life.
don't do anything.
God forbid, we don't overdose and die, or
Yeah.
get caught stealing stuff.
'Cause
We
that never happens in school.
yeah, never happens whatsoever. We have zero, drug problems in Schuylkill County. But I thought it was kind of funny because you guys didn't even see the movie yet,
Yeah.
and you're already offended. So get ready for.
I think he even said that to the one guy.
Yeah, it was like, if you think this is... I actually offered, comp tickets to the premiere for anyone that's really offended by what we did. And I didn't get any emails or anything like that. I guess they caught the sarcasm. But, yeah, it was crazy how that whole situation came about. And...
When he called me up that night, I hung up on him. I thought it was bullshit. I was like, the fuck
it's like, get out of here.
Hung up on him next
What a
day. I was like,
surprise.
I woke up and I'm like, holy shit, this is all real, dude. Yeah.
You see a news article, and I read it, and I keep reading it, and I'm like, that's us. We're the people that caused that to happen.
I thought it was fake at first. I thought someone was fucking with
So
something.
both of you thought it was fake.
Yeah, I
was
thought-
like, what?
'cause, like,
And then I
you
read
would
it,
never
I'm like, this
expect-
ain't real. I'm like, holy shit, this is real.
You would never expect like a film set that you're like. We've had police come on different sets that we were on, but nothing like to this where they were sending like dive teams out in helicopters.
And what was the cost of it again?
About $25,000, somewhere around there. And,
that's so awesome. $25,000.
Hey, if you are listening to this and you're from working on the Schuylkill County, we're sorry.
Yeah, I do apologize. It's funny because I ran into one of the firefighters that works at the firehouse where the dive team was dispatched from. And he just gave me this dirty ass look. He didn't go, but he just gave me this look like, you really are a piece of shit. And I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do? It's good experience. How often do you get to practice on that dive?
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it was like we had permission to be there.
Yeah. So like we weren't really in the wrong.
We cleaned up the water, like blood was flowing into the water. It was like a lot of blood in the water and like blood splatters on the rocks.
And people bitched about that too, but it was like a acidic stripping pit. You can't swim in it. You're not even supposed to be up there.
So, it is now, about 2:30. So phone calls are going to be open, which we might be getting one in just a minute. Who knows? But,
hopefully.
Yeah. So you guys said,
let's talk.
In general, your goal is to have Back Road ready by sometime in 2018.
Yeah, we needed to be ready by March to send it into our main festival route, I guess. Pretty much Toronto, South by Southwest. Those the early birds kind of started in March, so that's when we want to get it out there. A personal premiere would be friends, family, and whoever wants to come see the movie sometime in June, hopefully. We're talking about, premiering it at the Mahoning Valley Drive-In, which would be,
where we can all like.
I think that would be great.
We did mention it to them, and they sounded really interested.
I would get a keg for that.
Yeah.
So
that's right up their alley. That's
yeah. They're all for like horror movies.
There's no reason why they would say no, really. So.
Yeah,
no, he was cool with it, and
even
hopefully we can work it out.
Even if it brings in more people that don't know what Back Road is, and they just want to come out, and because Mahoning Valley Drive-In is fantastic. I mean,
one of the best places.
I actually just
Pennsylvania.
went there for the first time a couple weeks ago when they did their Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
So we had so much fun up there, and then
we
a
definitely.
couple of weeks later we went to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And then they're doing the last one next weekend.
Yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, that's going to be my first time going up there.
Oh, it's awesome, man.
His first drive
rules, dude.
Really?
First drive-in ever?
Dude, that's all. It's awesome.
Man.
Drive-ins are just so much
and it's
fun.
cool.
Oh, yeah, when you could stay up there if you want, so you can turn into a big party.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a horror party.
I don't know about the Nightmare on Elm Street, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and Friday the 13th, they showed it in 35mm.
Yeah, it's all in 35.
So it's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, okay.
They
Everything.
pretty much always do 35mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I even asked him, I was like, yo, for Back Road, if we do something like that up here, we don't have it in 35mm. He was
obviously.
he was like,
it's fine.
we have DVD and Blu-rays and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
they just do 35 when it's available, just because they work with a guy, Harry, from Exhumed Films.
Yeah, and he has a lot of those.
Of 35mm horror.
Yeah, I know a couple of
awesome.
them guys.
In fact, I just saw Mark of the Devil 2 there on Friday.
How was that?
I loved it.
I've never seen that.
I loved the original as well, and the sequel was just as good. The bitch is, I loved it so much, right away I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to buy this. Turns out, it was never available to buy. So the only way you can see Mark of the Devil is if you go see Harry's film reel.
Are you serious?
That's cool.
I never saw Mark. What is my? I never
It's like a witch
about,
movie.
Yeah, it's about
cool.
pretty much corrupt religious leaders and shit. They're going around executing innocent women. For
Does that take place in
Wow.
Salem? I don't know if.
I don't know if it's specifically in Salem.
Yeah.
But
What year?
That's pretty much what
What
it
year
is.
was this?
They're
70s
They're
sometimes.
from the 70s, but they're set obviously in older times when they still had like the George Washington.
Is that the one?
ways
Is that
and
the one with
shit,
the nun orgy or whatever?
They're.
Because there's some movie, something with
No,
the
I don't think
devil,
there's
with
a
a big,
nun
with a big
orgy.
nun orgy in it that everyone was all upset.
I want to see that one.
You and your fucking orgies.
I'm all about it, man. Send it my way.
There is a whole subgenre of horror dedicated to nuns for some reason, and I hardly scratched the surface of them.
Yeah.
Like there's Killer Nun, and I have this movie called Demonia. I haven't even watched yet. I think it's full.
I've heard of that.
But
one,
there's a bunch of nuns on the cover that are all like evil. So I gotta watch it. I own it. I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, nuns is definitely a. Not only is it a fetish, but it's also a niche horror genre apparently.
Definitely a fetish.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
More
Definitely.
so.
But,
You think nuns are hot?
Oh yeah, all the real old ones too. Yeah,
As useless as tits on a nun.
yeah, my dad used to tell me I was useless as tits on it. Yeah.
And look at him now.
I know. Way
team
better,
up with you
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
like,
They're my tits now. There we go.
and you got a name for each one.
Yeah,
Nice. That's awesome. But obviously, when you're making any kind of movie, obviously you need some kind of money. So what the hell? How the hell did you guys pull money together to make this?
We have not, like, there's a lot of people that will go for crowdfunding and like
Yeah.
Indiegogo,
Yeah.
like
We-
Kickstarter.
We got nothing from
We never even did that. Like we tried to like do everything on our own. So both films that we worked on together, like we paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
You know.
basically out of pocket.
Yeah, I was thinking, how else the hell can you do it today?
I mean, I was working as a pizza delivery driver, and they don't, they make a good bit of money, So I didn't have much money, but it was enough to kind of get things rolling. And over the course of time, it was just sinking more money and more money into it, little bits here and there, and pretty much we got it done. A lot of people worked for free. We
except for
This
me.
motherfucker can't pay us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get $1,000 a day. Yeah, yeah.
You got $1,000 a
Yeah,
day?
yeah, yeah. Don't tell
I
me.
was the one making money.
Really? And
Every poster with him on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$500.
I know, like, his plan was not to shoot it right away because of like the whole
Yeah.
financial part of it. And
A lot of things went wrong right before the movie started production. It was like, wow, like someone does not want me to make this movie. We had a death
Don't
in
know
the
why.
family. We had, just money issues, actors dropping out, having to, not finding the right locations. Even 2 weeks before production was set, we didn't have a cabin. We didn't have a grocery store, a stripping pit, anything. We had my house and the woods, as locations for right now. And, we just, I started calling in favors from my family who owns a funeral home, and they know a lot of people in the area as well. They're voted one of the best funeral homes in Schuylkill County.
So they got all the
They
insider
clean
info on
everything
Yeah.
out of these bodies.
Yeah, so we,
do it the right way.
Yeah.
Those
Big
corpses have the
cigarettes.
cleanest asses. You know what I'm saying? They just,
So, we really had a lot of support from friends and family as well, getting locations for free and all that. And when we went out location scouting for, like, gas stations, grocery stores, a lot of people were kind of shocked that we were making a movie. And when we showed up to set, it was nothing what they were expecting. They were expecting a little kid with, a camera and a tripod shooting, and we're bringing in, stabilizers and lights and, shutting off refrigerators and like shutting down the whole store for audio purposes. And they've never seen something like that, and they're psyched to have us. Like, once they saw that, what we did, even though we didn't do it like a professional film set, we did it the best we can. Where you have to
It is
start.
professional, but
It is.
Like, your Hollywood, like where you got $20,000 lights and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's not like
three
that.
people huddled around the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
And how was the camera even done? Was there ever a point that you had to put it on a track and like do a dolly or anything, or were you able to do it handheld?
a lot of the movie was handheld. Some was, a good
I know that's a
variety.
challenge.
Yeah, it was a good variety of different angles, from tripods to stabilizers to sliders.
Yeah, we have some equipment that,
we definitely
works
have
it.
enough to
We
make a
have
movie.
equipment.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's good.
Yeah.
and we know how to use it too.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? It really is. And I remember when I was up at school, and people like big filmmakers up there, or the special effects artists up there, they would tell you it doesn't matter what kind of equipment you have. It's about the people who do it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I've seen really cool films made on a phone camera. Like
even on iPhones, even
So, but I also know like the opposite of way around. I know people with hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment that don't know what they're doing.
I've seen
they make terrible films.
I've seen stuff shot on the Red camera, which is probably the leading camera in the industry.
Yeah,
and it sucks. Like you don't know how to use it. Like
I worked on a couple projects where they shot Reds and it's not good.
Some people right when they want to make even a short film, like, right away I want to go out there and get like a $400, $500 camera. I want to get this and that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, we even told our friend the other day, learn how to use the basic shit first before you start getting into the really crazy shit. Because me and him wouldn't know how to use one of those big ass fucking Canon cameras.
Well, he switched cameras. After we did, because we shot like he was like when I first met him, he was shooting on a camera, and then we upgraded it on Back Road.
Yeah, right before Back Road, about roughly. I think the camera came in on the 14th of May, and we started shooting on June 2nd or 3rd, somewhere around there. And I got to use a camera, get familiar with it, see everything that it offered, and it just made the movie so much better because, I mean, with these cameras nowadays, everything's shot so flat, and you do most of the work in post, which sucks, because you have to match everything. But pretty much once you get the basics down and move on to like an advanced camera, then like a professional camera, it makes the night and day difference.
Now I'm curious about the sound. What did you use to pick up dialogue?
I don't know.
You didn't have those big mops in
there. We had the booms. We had
booms. We had mics on the actors.
Yeah. All right. So you
legitimate
had a
stuff.
combination of hidden clip-ons.
Yeah.
Usually we had about 4 or 5 different channels of sound.
Aren't the boom mics expensive as shit?
Yeah. The audio guy that we were working with, he has probably like $100,000 worth of audio equipment.
We had didn't we cover the one boom with like we had to cover it with like a fucking Ziploc bag? The one time?
Because
of the
raining.
blood. Oh, and then the blood.
Oh,
too.
and the blood too.
Yeah, the one scene that we did, there was so much blood flying everywhere. We had to
That's
cover
actually a good
boom.
tip for all you watching because now you know it can work. It can still pick up the sound well enough with the fucking plastic sheet over it. That's actually cool.
So rain and blood, we just had to cover that up.
So audio is a whole different level of filmmaking, and a lot of people.
That's what I know least about, bro.
I know nothing about audio. I mean,
we know that.
I am audio.
Audioless.
We had quite a few different sound guys on set with us.
We only had 2. Oh yeah, we had 3 total.
Yeah, and they all have different equipment. So but it all sound the same. Like
Did it take them a while to be like, all right, I gotta move a little bit.
Sometimes,
you always try to keep the same level of.
And you run into that problem on every different set. Audio is usually taking the most time because it's pretty complicated to get them right, and depending on the scene, you don't know how the actor's going to take it. Is it
and if
going to
they
be
speak
low?
softly and the other guy speaks naturally loud, that can be a real bitch. We had that problem once before.
And then a lot of it comes in post, like mixing everything so it sounds the same. So that's always the hardest part.
There's so much to post. We were just saying, being. I forget what I was going to say. I was busy taking an Altoid. But so go on.
Very, very hard task.
I can't multitask.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's great that you said that, a lot of your friends and family, they're supportive of this. Were there any times when maybe a loved one or a spouse is like, you're driving me crazy?
Oh, boy. Yes.
I can speak with my wife and...
Oh, that must drive her a little crazy, right? Constantly going out to shoot all these crazy scenes.
When I first started, it was like... Oh, why I gotta go away for so long and this and that? And I'm like, well, get used to it because it's the way it is, But then, like, meeting him... that's like a whole new...
Yeah, I mean, pretty much my parents did a lot of the cooking, saved us money in catering, and we got awesome food. They made everything you could imagine. We had something different every time. Most times you get on set, it's like pizza and bag of chips.
Yeah, no.
You get tacos,
No, yeah.
pulled pork sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
It was-
there's a lot of sets where you go on, there's like a DiGiorno pizza there.
Yeah.
Between 25 people.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is this, you know?
We never ran out of food, and like that was one of the most important things. Like if you're not paying, your people to be there, you gotta feed them good, and that's something my parents got. Like that, my dad's Italian and my mom's Spanish and Dutch, not Dutch,
Whatever the
Lithuanian.
fuck she is.
Hey, kid, that's my mama.
We got
But-
some good food.
But
No,
yeah,
it was good, man.
They
Like, we actually
really,
did really well.
chili soup. We had chicken noodle soup. We had like homemade chicken noodle
brownies.
soup, brownies,
Coffee.
anything you could imagine.
As
We had
regular
it.
brownies or
Oh, that's
No,
a
and
food store.
we had like vegans on set, so like they were taken care of.
Yeah,
you know.
she
Yeah, they
always
got some
took
cardboard to eat.
cardboard and beans.
Yeah, it
That's
was. Yeah.
like my wife cooked for us on our sets, and they just they support us like really a lot.
This is
So
what
our families are like
That's-
really important.
That's what made this whole film come together, I think, was all the support. And
Yeah, if
especially
we didn't,
all
then
the
it
passion
wouldn't.
that was into it. I mean, it's almost like, I look back and I read about how they filmed Evil Dead, and then as I'm sitting there on set with these guys, it's almost like that same feeling of independency,
especially because they made
You
it.
know what I'm
And
saying?
they said they
Well, they
literally
made
thought
this-
no one was gonna see it.
Yeah.
And then when people saw it like, they're like, "Fuck! Now we got to do Evil Dead 2 to redo the whole thing."
that's the
Now
you
that
just
we
gotta
know-
Yeah.
keep going pretty much
And I'll
when
tell
it
you,
comes
like-
to stuff like this.
a majority of when we first met, we were just friends and that, but it becomes like a family thing. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
out there on
yeah,
set, man. Like,
100%.
it's so cool. You get your occasional, people you have to deal with.
Yeah,
Suck,
I mean,
but-
you
They're
have
posers.
is.
That's where it comes down.
Poser.
But as for the most part of it, a lot of us are all really good friends and family and stuff like that now.
yeah.
And you did say when you work well with someone, you like to bring them back.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's a
And that's
yeah,
how
it's a family thing.
When I cast it for Hunting for Justice, it was we were looking for good actors and stuff like that, but we're going away for a week. So I wanted to bring people I wanted to hang out with for a week,
Oh yeah.
So I cast it for that reason, and if you've seen the film, they were all really good actors.
I'm curious. You said you filmed a lot in the area where you grew up. Were there any specific spots that maybe people hung out when they were younger that they might see in the film?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Like there's
So they might go, I remember hanging out there and drinking.
there's a gory scene that takes place in this one location, and it was a place that everyone went to smoke weed.
That's
It's
awesome.
a little dirt road in the middle of a valley, and it's called Mini Bridge. There's a little wooden bridge that you cross over, and you can park right there, and you smoke your weed, drink
That's
your beer,
awesome.
whatever.
What scene did we shoot there?
With the kid.
Oh, with Shane.
Yeah, with Shane.
Oh,
And it's private, it's quiet, and where we live, it's very quiet. There's not too much going on there. It's all farm country,
Yeah.
really. And since I live there, a lot of people know my name. So if anyone came down, it's like, hey, I'm Andrew Pizzo. I'm making a movie. I live over by Locust Lake, and they're like, oh, okay, no problem.
Locust Lake?
Yeah.
They must have a campground around there. Didn't
They
they?
do, yeah.
I
Locust Lake
camped there
State
when I was a
Park.
kid a few
Yeah,
times.
well, there you go, man. Yeah.
I'm literally
I
like,
never knew where the fuck it was because I was so little and I don't remember.
he's like a mile away from
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
man.
fuck?
That's where we
That was
shot at.
amazing, though.
That's what makes the film.
Locust
Another
Lake.
thing is the location rules. It's
Exactly.
such a so many people around
No,
here.
I
I mean, I'm
know.
sure it's like that anywhere where someone makes a film. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's like this everywhere. But I mean, has anyone made a horror film in Schuylkill County before? Has something
There,
like
there
this
was
ever
like
happened?
a little one in Tamaqua, like a zombie movie, and I don't know what happened to it. It got
Yeah.
a little bit of buzz, but it just kind of fell off.
Yeah.
I forget the filmmakers' names, but apparently they filmed in over by Tamaqua. But
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it out for release. It looks alright, I guess. I mean, not really my cup of tea, I would say. They like zombie movies. People always try to change them up, but I think
Dude,
if
I'm
you're
old
just
school.
if you're just
Just-
simple,
yeah.
zombies could be very effective. And
When there's enough of them, you don't need them to run around.
exactly.
I know when I got out of school, man, I just I do not want to ever work on a zombie movie ever
Yeah,
again.
'cause
it's
so-
We did so, and I went to school in
It's just
Pittsburgh where zombies are
drug
really
out,
big.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
stale
Like
at
beating a
this
dead
point.
horse. And
It
it's-
is.
Yeah, I mean, you really you don't have any more ideas. I mean, The Walking Dead really is only fresh idea because it's coming from like an original comic book.
And even almost that came out a little too late because at that point there was still fuck tons of zombie movies constantly coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Right towards the end of the zombie movie trend,
it kind of
Walking Dead came out.
It kind of like
it kind of
rebooted,
revamped it.
Revamped the
pretty
whole
much.
zombie genre because we had the remake to Dawn of the Dead, and then Land of the Dead came out. Romero's big return to the zombie.
I'll never forget when Land of the Dead came out. I was like, oh, here comes the runners. But
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not for that. I don't like the zombies running. I gotta say
they're
that.
rotting.
Even the remake of Dawn of the Dead,
That's what I don't get.
I wasn't a fan of. Like the makeup was cool.
I like the remake, but
it was, but I just don't like the running zombies.
Yeah.
that's dangerous.
Yeah,
gotta
that's too much like 28 days later.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
didn't
thing.
like that.
Then you get into the whole thing. Well, they're dead. Oh, they're not dead. They're
Yeah.
not
Zombies,
dead. It's
they
like
have rage.
I like the
Yeah.
Fulci where the thing is slow as fuck and
Yeah.
it's like just clay all over its
Oh,
face.
yeah.
That's the
They're
best,
so
man. It's
slow,
got.
you don't know the right
But
behind
the,
it.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. You don't hear them.
But they're so like it just gives so much more atmosphere because that's when it's. I feel like when the zombies run, that's when you start getting action in the horror and fuck action.
And then when I started
Resident
shooting
Evil
machine
movies
guns-
are shit. They destroy. I could rant about this.
Oh, they
fucking
just
much. But it's
destroyed
like,
it.
It's action. It's not horror. It's for fucking kids that like. I don't know. We're fucking bondage and all that fucking. I don't know.
Bondage.
I don't like it's I don't know how I'm gonna fucking never mind. It's for like goth kids, you know what I'm saying? It really is. It's for kids that listen to like fucking Mudvayne and shit. Like you know what I mean? Yeah, it's for mall goths. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
He's like for kids that listen to Mudvayne.
So something that you actually brought up earlier that I didn't even think about this. How the hell do you go about the legal rating system?
It's not gonna happen with this movie.
No.
There's no fucking way.
Is it a legal thing you have to do?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
No, that's
That's what
if
I
you're
was
going.
confused about.
No.
If you're going for like a theatrical like release kind of deal, you would have to go for a rating system.
Yeah.
But if it's private screening at a theater, do you still need it?
No, you
know.
don't.
No.
You could release it unrated.
Dude,
Because I understand
Yeah.
when you want to distribute something on DVD, like you might
Well,
at one point, maybe then you might have.
If it gets picked up, I'm sure it's going to have to
Yeah.
go through a rating system.
depending on who's
Whoever
releasing
picks it up.
I still even put movies out just straight unrated when they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at like August Underground. That is a I mean, have you ever seen that?
I thought you saw it.
I watched a little of one.
I
But
haven't seen
I
it.
didn't sit through the.
Oh, you
whole
haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, I
I
love
know what
shit
it
like
is.
that. But
It's kind of like
it's like a hand can't snuff, but like that's on a DVD and all those toe tag films.
Toe tag is awesome.
So like you can definitely release something that's total trash and it's okay.
I gotta say,
I mean, unless you're actually fucking killing someone.
I
Yeah.
was shocked that Barnes and Noble sells a nice edition of Sallow. I was shocked when I saw it.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
the Criterion
Yeah,
Collection.
I was like,
Wow.
they
At
sell
Barnes and Noble?
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble?
Because they released the book on Penguin Classics released the novel 120
Penguin
Days of Sodom.
Classics
Yeah, and people were like, "What the
released-
fuck?" Because I read it, and dude, it makes
We had
the
those in elementary
movie
school, Penguin
look.
Classics.
Yeah, they released 120 Days of Sodom, and
Yes.
Wow.
it makes the movie look like a kids movie. Like the book, I'm reading it like, who comes up with this kind of shit?
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, but like that movie too. That's another example of you can still release it. You know, I don't think it's not like this is gonna be like a Lionsgate film. I mean,
Yeah.
right? Is
I mean,
that
it
what-
could be.
I mean,
it
it
depends
could-
who.
If you want it to be
picks it up.
20 minutes long,
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's about
if
all
somebody's
you're
going to pick it up and they want to cut it whatever they want to do it, that's cool.
and
but-
that's up
Because
to
they
us
always do
too.
The director's cut.
Yeah, you
like,
could-
that's what we always talk. Like if we sell it, we always have we're always going to have the ownership of having a director's cut and showing it. Like we didn't put all these like special effects and gore in it just for someone else to cut it
yeah,
all out.
exactly.
cut it out and it's scarier if you don't see it. No, shut the fuck up. You don't know what
Nah,
you're talking
like,
about. This
we-
is
we-
this is
put
a
a-
horror
like,
movie.
This was one of the films that we actually did like testing, like on certain effects. We were like in my shop and we're like doing some of the craziest shit.
Oh my God.
Videotaping it, like cracking up, laughing, like, no, this is gonna look great when we shoot it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we didn't go through all that just for some asshole to cut our shit up.
Yeah, I mean, some of these gore scenes too are like really artistic.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
They are.
But they are, and like you're really gonna miss out on the film if you see this color.
Yeah, we came up with
some of these shots. There's no way that. I wish I could say what it is.
Yeah.
But like,
No spoilers.
No
but
spoilers.
like the one is so disgustingly beautiful.
Yes.
Like he showed it to me, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I am amazed at how this came out.
How real it looks.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything we did is very realistic in this film.
Yeah, it's physical. There's physicality. There's absolutely
And
no fucking CGI in this
I
at
am
all.
the guy that when I see a beautiful kill on the screen, I literally out loud say, "That was beautiful."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's how I
it's
see it.
art. Yeah, it's
Yeah, and
it's
what you've seen in
definitely
Hunt for
art.
Justice is just like a little taste of what we're doing.
Dude, that
Yeah.
log scene, oh man, that was the highlight for me.
You know, Backroad is just like, it was meant to be that kind of film.
Yeah.
You know, when he approached me about it, that's when we were like, you know, we're gonna do this. Like, he had like all these like really cool kills and gore, and it was like, you know, we could do this cheap, but if we're gonna do it, let's do it the right way.
Yeah.
Let's put some money into this, and you know, let's use all the right stuff, the materials, and let's make it. And we're doing practical, no CGI, nothing like that. And we're gonna show. So it took me like months to figure out how to do stuff, and how to do it on screen
That's
and
what
make it
was
look
so
real.
awesome about filming this too, because we're all sitting there like figuring stuff out together, throwing
Yeah.
ideas out. Like, what should we do? Like,
I know.
Yeah.
You know,
I know when we
like how-
shot the one scene, and he was there. He was just like, "What the fuck?" And I just
Oh
watched.
yeah, I'm sitting there like, yes,
You know.
this is it.
And something I love is you hear the title Backroad, and you almost already have a feeling of what you're in for.
Yeah,
How
I mean,
long
it's
did it
a
take
simple.
to settle on the name, because that's one of the
That-
hardest
It
processes.
was because he lives.
It
on,
was always Backroad from the
Really?
beginning.
He lives on like right next to Backroad.
Yeah, there's a
That's
road
awesome.
called
'Cause
Backroad.
sometimes titles is the longest thing that
Yeah.
you're spending time on. Like,
Yeah.
'cause that's fucking
Yeah, I mean,
essential.
it was just like simple. You know?
Yeah,
It's
something
like, it's
simple and
not
something
like-
catchy like Backroad. You know, it's just you know, you need that
You know where
little.
you're getting.
Yeah, you know, it's very simple to the point. You know, and it's just I always love that title, and the main reason I love that title so much, I used to take the bus to school every day, and we used to turn, you know, past Backroad, and they had the oldest beat up sign that just said Backroad. It was rusty and just like disgusting looking, and then they reamped all the signs in the valley, and now it just says back RD and like
yeah.
like the actual road. I don't know,
You should
number
get a Sharpie
system.
and put the OA.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, okay, well, we can't use that fucking Backroad sign. So he actually made
That's
a
awesome.
real Backroad sign. You saw it in the trailer. Ooh, yeah, we shouldn't say much about the
Oh,
trailer
yeah.
yet.
Oh, yeah, well,
Talk about
Let's-
the maybe
We we can
promotion. a little
we can
bit.
announce that.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
where we're on the show.
yeah, well, the trailer for Backroad, the official trailer,
Yeah.
is coming on Halloween.
Awesome.
So that's the
Finally.
big news drop. A lot of people don't know
A
that.
lot of people kept asking us like, "What's new?" Like,
Yeah.
he had people up for like 4 months.
Oh,
Like,
last
we're coming
year.
out with a trailer. We're coming out with a trailer,
Yeah.
right?
Dude.
And then he released like a 9-second trailer of a girl screaming, and even me, I was like,
What the
"What
fuck?
the fuck did you hype everybody up for
Dude,
that
people
shit?"
were harping me too. Like, what's going on? I want to see
Yeah.
this. I want to see this.
But
And I
you-
could tell that, you know, Drew wanted to release something that he looked good. You know, he wanted to put some time into it. You don't want to
Yeah.
just release. I mean, it's the trailer. That's
That's
your
what
selling
that's the
point.
make it or break it.
Well,
that's
and
what,
like
I'm glad that it took so long.
We did-
because
we
it's
did rele-
fucking awesome. The
We did
trailer
release a
rules,
special
man.
trailer up at Horror Hound.
Yeah,
when
well-
we went up to Cincinnati at a convention, we had we were vending up there, and we were pretty much promoting like the 2 films and selling our stuff. And a lot of people loved it up there. So they actually got a first look at the trailer up there, but this one coming out on Halloween night.
It's
new.
brand new.
It shows a little bit more. Cause a lot
more.
of people are like,
yeah.
"Oh, where's all the gore at?" So we showed just enough that you'll know
It's
that's
it's
a
graphic.
pretty bloody movie.
And as soon as you drop that trailer, we'll definitely share it
Oh,
on
for
our
sure.
page.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
Make
cool.
sure
Yeah.
everyone sees that.
yeah. We're trying to get write up a press release and send it out to people sometime this week.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get that on like Bloody Disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Which
yeah.
they should.
And
Because
that's
they
the
cover
goal.
some, they cover a lot
And
of shit. I would it would suck if they wouldn't put that on there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Plus, it's a I love that Pennsylvanian horror film.
Yeah,
you know that's
absolutely.
exactly what it's gonna be. Like.
Yeah, it really is. So.
It reminds you of like a West Virginia, slasher film, but it's different state, I guess. That was stupid. Cut that out.
Cut that out.
I guess it's a different
I'm just
state.
speaking to be heard, I guess.
There hasn't been a movie in this style in so long that it will be refreshing to have a new horror film coming out with this old school throwback.
Yeah, you know
you're stuck in the
what's
woods.
awesome about working with these guys too is, it's their horror film.
Yeah.
Like it's not like someone's like it's not like someone's trying to. It's how the fuck am I trying to put this? I'm starting here. It's not like they're trying to make a trauma film. My thing is I don't want to name drop. I don't want it to sound like I'm talking shit. But there's so many people. Oh, we're gonna shoot this for this company and make it this way. And these guys are like, we're making our own fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like this is our film.
We
and
basically
that's
made a
what's so great
film
about
that we
this.
want to see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're making it for us, but we're making it for the horror fans who like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a movie you take your grandma and your parents to.
No,
My parents used to be here.
Unless you have parents or grandparents that are into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was funny. I'd come home because my parents actually live right around the corner from Drew's house, and I'd roll in at like 5 a.m. because I'd show up at 5 p.m. and we'd shoot. These are overnight scenes, 12, 13 hours, and I'd come in like dead,
Drenched
leaves in
in
my
blood.
hair, like drenched in sticky blood. And I was like, "What are you doing?" Like,
Making a
and
movie.
they're like, "You getting paid for it?" I'm like, "No, but the experience, and like that's what it's all about."
Where else am I gonna see this?
Yeah, like it's something that you can't put a price on being involved in something like this.
I wonder how many times did someone stop into a gas station for a coffee while they're still covered in
Dude,
blood?
Oh,
my God.
all the
Well,
time.
speaking
We did it a couple times.
Yeah.
Dude, there were times I was running to the scene and I would have to stop at the gas station and I was wearing my attire, which was my t-shirt, which you will see in the film, but I'm like, someone's going to beat the shit out of me or something. Because I look like a maniac right now. Like, just...
Even when we were filming, a bloody scene with, dead people on the side of the road, and we have cars driving by because it's an actual road that people use. It's a dirt road, but we have people driving by, and the kid's covered in blood. It's just, hey, I'm okay, don't worry, and it's like, all right.
Yeah. And then my thing was like, we're shooting these night scenes. It's 5 a.m. and we're at his house, and just like you're in chainsaws and screaming.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
5 in the morning.
The one scene that we did, I remember I had to walk back to his house, and I'm like walking in these pretty much in someone's backyard, and I'm like, if some little kid looks out his window right now,
oh my God,
he's gonna shit his pants. He's like, my hair is down, I'm drenched in blood, and I'm just like, walking around like dead stare in my eyes, like
it's like it's not there. It's like this time there's
I'm like someone's gonna fucking shoot me here. But thankfully enough that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were plenty of times, and you're sitting there covered in whatever his blood concoction is. I'm sitting there covered in it for 5-6 hours, and that's the stuff you got to do though.
Yeah,
we make this happen. Like
there are really long days, long nights.
Yeah, man.
Well, when you
sleep.
When you tackle a project like this, that's so big. Like it is a pretty big project. A lot of people thought I was.
There's a lot of buzz about it now.
Yeah,
people don't realize.
A lot of people were like doubtful. They're like, you guys can't pull this off, and here we are now with almost complete movie.
And
you got our attention, so
one thing I want to say is he came to me about the movie, and we were shooting the scenes and everything, and I was like, all right, this is we don't have much money. We all we're just kind of throwing shit together. And when Drew showed me some of the scenes and some of the editing and the color grading he did, I was like, holy shit, like this looks beautiful. Like the cinematography in it, I'm excited for. It reminded me of some of the cinematography in I Spit on Your Grave, the original one. Because when you look at that film, it's such a fucked film, but as you're watching it, you're like, this is a work of art. Like some of the shots and everything, and I felt that way watching some of the stuff that Drew was showing me, and some of the color grading he put on it. I was like, wow, like the blues and the night scenes and everything. So I was like, this fucking rules. I mean, it already ruled to begin with, but seeing that and seeing how it's work was put into it. I'm just so excited.
That's one
be
thing.
a
Like
part of it, you
we
know?
would show like the actors like some dailies and stuff like that, and they were getting super hyped up.
Yeah.
Didn't matter how long we were shooting, what time we were shooting, how long they were covered in blood.
Yeah.
Like
So the morale's usually
they
always high.
they
Yeah.
brought it, man. It's
Yeah.
like
And that's some of the actors, all of us. You can really tell who is there to like be there and have fun.
Yeah.
and who's there out of passion. You know, because. Yeah, that's what pretty much made it go. Was the passion. You're
Yeah.
up for that long, doing scene for scene for scene and making sure all these, all the gags and the gore was on point for that moment. So you gotta.
There was
And-
a time I was
a
up for
lot of-
72 hours
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah,
What
we
are you
just-
talking about?
the
We were
one
up at the
weekend we were
cabin?
Yeah,
up
up
at the
at the
Yeah,
cabin.
him like.
We were up for like
Whew.
40 something hours
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah, just.
I was up for 72.
Yeah, he was up because
all weekend, that whole weekend.
Start hallucinating.
He had a
I-
look in his eye. I went outside. And he was smoking a cigarette, dude. And you were just like staring.
Yeah, I was so
And-
I was so concentrated on that project, like scene by scene, because there was a
And
lot.
we shot a lot that weekend, and there was a
We-
lot of really.
we got fucked a
important
couple
fucking
times.
shots.
Yeah, because we lost a whole night because of rain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
rain.
we couldn't shoot.
We did get one real
must
cool
get-
shot.
Yeah,
though.
one-
That's always
We
that's
did get
always
that
a major
one.
issue.
Yeah.
You can schedule and you can be you can plan for a year and schedule everything and
Rain could
Well,
just
know what you're gonna
fucking
do and then
wipe
rain
it
can
out.
wipe everything out and like you're like fuck.
That's something like the general audience doesn't think about. When you're out filming in the fucking woods, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen if it starts raining or if the clouds come fuck up your like lighting.
The lighting, yeah.
The fog just rolls in. We had that one time fog just rolled in, and it's like,
Wow.
where
And
the
it
fuck
didn't
did this
work for
come
the shot,
from?
did it?
You know,
Yeah.
like why is it so hazy now?
And something I'm really curious about is with all the buzz that's happening around the film, how many times have you heard from your friends, "Oh, that's awesome! Now I want to go make a movie," because we're seeing that you guys.
I think
That
we
must happen
inspired
a lot,
like
right?
even my kids are inspired by
Oh,
that
yeah?
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we have a lot of people. We know a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, we want to see it. And
We want to give it.
we
a
want
shot
to we
now,
want to try to
right?
make something like this.
Because you,
That's
can do
cool.
it as long as you put your mind to it. You
Yeah.
can do it. And you
You
also
can,
learn to
you
eat
know.
a shit sandwich here and there, and realize that you gotta. I don't want to say suffer, but it's hard, and you gotta learn
It
to
is.
deal with that. Like if you're into it, just to like. When we all met up for the first time to go through the script read through, the first thing they said was, "We're making this and we're gonna put it in festivals. Like this isn't something we're like doing to fucking be cool
Yeah.
or to show our friends and call it a day. Like
Yeah.
we're hitting this as hard as we can."
Yeah,
And
we're gonna
that's the
travel
thing, like,
with it, and
Go make a movie,
and
but
we
be
started.
prepared to not sleep.
We started already.
we already started
traveling.
traveling. We went out to Cincinnati. We went
Oh,
to
man,
Horror
that's so
Hound.
cool.
which was amazing.
It was an amazing weekend. Like the community up there, like horror, is so cool and so good and.
And big, huge.
Yeah,
you
it's
know, about
huge.
20,000
Like,
people.
I've been to a
were-
lot of conventions, and that was by far the best convention
Absolutely.
I've ever been to.
Blows Monster Mania out of the water.
Yeah.
I don't even mind saying that. I really don't, because it does.
No, I mean it was just you, and it's done right. You go to a lot of conventions, and they're just like, let's just throw everything, and it doesn't matter, and let's just put this person there, and let's charge $100 to meet somebody.
Or it's a convention and you're paying to go shop somewhere. Like at
Yeah.
Horror Hound, I felt like I was talking to people that were trying to get things
Yeah,
done. Like,
like,
obviously they have
people-
the auction and like little trinkets.
People
to
don't
buy,
even know us in that area. Like
Yeah.
we're not like we don't know anybody up there, and they were just coming up to us.
Yeah,
and they
there
were
was
watching the
a
trailer.
lot of
I must have
filmmakers
talked
there,
to-
and like a lot of cool filmmakers that are on the same level as these.
Yeah,
I must have talked to about 200 people and took fucking 100 photos with fans I didn't even know I had fans. People
Yeah,
coming
no.
up and like just meeting us, and they're excited to meet us and talk to us because they love the trailer.
We
I'm
had-
It was great
we had
exposure.
some-
like
We
you
had
don't
somebody come up to
know
me.
us.
Someone came up to
You
us and
know?
was like, we just followed you on Instagram like an hour ago.
Nice.
We're like,
That's
really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And
Also, is the Q&A panel part of your plans for your movie going around?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Do you plan on being there after film and be like, hey?
Yeah.
like
that-
everywhere
that's what I
premieres.
would like to see, especially at Mahoning. If you guys,
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be
you
great.
might as well do a Q&A.
If the Mahoning Valley drive-in works out, which we think it will.
I think that'll
Yeah.
work out.
We want to
They're-
push
they're
for
really
it.
cool guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
And the,
re- we
the
really
way he was
wanna-
talking about it, I think it's gonna happen, but we'll see.
Yeah, we want to make a big event.
That's
out of
where
it,
I would
you know?
prefer to
If
see it.
if
Yeah,
it does
I'd love to see
happen,
it.
there's going to be a keg there.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm sure they would let that happen. But yeah,
This is a
we need
movie
to
that-
have this to be like an event.
Yeah,
You know
it
what
would
I'm
have to be
saying?
a huge event, not like a red carpet event.
No,
like,
no,
yo,
it
you
was-
This is not a red carpet movie.
Yeah,
You
you-
set up the red ropes in a little square.
Yeah,
like, this
yeah.
is VIP with the keg.
yeah,
Yeah, that's all it's gonna be.
That's
It's
it.
The red ropes just around the cow. There's the VIP section. There's a hot dog on the ground. It's so warm.
No, this is definitely not like a red carpet film.
I mean,
yeah.
you could have it, but people get so lost in that glamour
No,
and
yeah,
that fame.
well,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, this isn't.
A bloody carpet.
We'll make
Yeah,
it. We'll,
yeah.
we'll spray everybody with blood.
Yeah, like
Before they come
it's
in.
definitely like you were saying. People get caught up in all that glamour.
Yeah.
This isn't. This is a film that you feel like you want to like scrape off the basement floor.
Yeah.
But, and all the good reasons. You know what I'm
roast the
saying?
carpet. Have a bunch of animals.
That would be
walk
cool.
down and,
Yeah,
like
live
a white
animals.
carpet with blood
Yeah.
stains or something. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that would be fun because
But-
the red carpets. That's a little.
Yeah,
I feel like
And-
we would want it to be like a very welcoming event. Like no
Yeah.
one's on some hierarchy level.
Yeah,
Where
I gotta take off
'cause,
my shoes.
You know,
when
you
I'm on this.
see that a lot. It's like so and so is here, and everyone name drops and this and that. Like no, like come hang out.
Yeah.
That's
be a
it.
part of this. Be a part of what we're trying to do. Like we're here out of passion and not out of glamour.
And that's
Yeah.
how you win people over in the end.
Absolutely,
Yeah, and
100%.
we all know people that are like, oh, we made a movie just to say they made a movie.
Yeah, and
it's
they-
so hard
wanna
to
be
not
rich
shit
and famous.
talk.
Yeah.
You know,
To be
like,
honest, it's so hard
we
to not
we
shit
just
talk.
want to hang
It's so
out.
hard.
It really is. I could be like, this person. I'm just gonna-
Yeah, we
Hey,
do.
why not?
We do
We're
hold
gonna
like
enjoy our shit
we
more.
do bite our tongues a lot when it comes to some some things.
And you
but
have
it's like,
to.
Yeah, because everyone has different
But,
perspectives.
you
But
know,
humble yourself.
We're not
Yeah.
out. We're not out for like to be like rich and famous. And
Not
it's
at
like,
all
we just
whatsoever.
want
We're
to
doing
hang
this
out.
because we love doing this,
Yeah.
and
This
it's a
is what we
great
love
way
to
to
do,
hang
you know?
out. and-
Dream come true. Seriously,
Yeah.
like my whole life, I always wanted to be a part of a horror film. And then as soon as they were like, "You're on board," I really there's no better feeling.
And there is no
Be like-
downside because no matter what happens right away, you have it forever. So people are constantly more and more people are going to see it every couple of months, and then
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe in 5 years it might be like a new cult classic.
Yeah,
you know what,
Yeah,
that-
and the thing
I
you gotta
think a
you
cult
gotta
classic.
go and you gotta just do it and get it done. And even if it doesn't become a cult classic, like you still did it.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that.
And we did it
that
right.
is so
And
much.
no matter
That's
what happens, like whoever picks it up, if it's Lionsgate or even like Anchor Bay, nonetheless, like we're still gonna release it. You're gonna
Exactly.
be able to purchase the DVD, Blu-ray, either from Walmart, Amazon, Netflix, somewhere around there, or from us personally.
Yeah.
That's gonna
like
be a
that.
whole interesting thing. Looking into
Yeah.
like even streaming. Like if you want like a website to stream it, that's gonna be interesting trying to figure that out.
And you know what?
it
It's
really-
so simple. Though. It's so
it's
simple
gotta
to get
benefit
on.
us too. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I got my film on Netflix. Well, Netflix, it's real easy to get your film on Netflix.
Yeah,
and
it's
Hulu.
really-
if
and-
you want to
and
let them have
Amazon.
all your money,
Hey,
like,
that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and that happens. Yeah, it's funny how people talk to you about that too. Like, oh, it's on Netflix. It's on.
Who
that.
ca-
It's
like,
it's
we're-
great,
you know,
dude.
we're the ones that put in like all the time, all the efforts, and all the the blood, sweat. And it really is blood, sweat, and tears. Like,
Dude, I
long
cried
hours.
multiple times.
I-
I have.
There were times he thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna lose his shit.
Yeah, like there were one time I literally screamed, like no one was home, no one saw this, but I screamed and like I couldn't take it because there was a police uniform missing, and we rented them
Oh no.
from a costume shop, and we can't find it anywhere. It's like, what the fuck
It's
do
still
we do?
out there.
We found.
we found
I
it.
found it like a year later, a year after we shot the scene, and it's like. There
In
it
a
is
Halloween
in my
decoration.
fucking
Closet.
closet.
CGI it in there.
We, we scrambled
Yeah,
to find
we
a
got
solution,
CGI.
and finally, we came to just buying a whole new outfit, for the cops. And it, the one scene, the scene with the old costume we shot during the day, and with the new costume at night, so it kind of worked out in our favor. But it was still like, where the fuck is that uniform? Like, we're shooting tomorrow. We need it, And I freaked out because I couldn't find it anywhere. And
I'm sorry. What were-
oh, yeah, I'd say and.
Oh, my mind's all over the place. I was gonna say was there ever a time, whether it be a person or an animal, was there ever a time someone interrupted a shot and then you had to fucking?
Did it?
oh yeah,
Like,
we're-
was there ever like a
I'm
deer or
trying
a
to
squirrel
think.
that ran
Oh,
by
yeah.
and it fucks up? And
There were a lot of times where I'd be like laughing, But you know, it's like that second grade moment where it's like, be quiet, and the littlest thing's funny, and you're sitting there like.
But you didn't have to deal with joggers running past.
No, I don't
for the most part, everything was.
Everyone was pretty respectable about like, all right, action, like, and everyone.
I think
shut
the
up.
main thing that we had to deal with on Back Road, one of the main things was we shot at a certain gas station right next to a main highway.
Yeah,
the
that,
sound.
That
And
was
the
the hardest
sound,
part. I would
you know,
say.
whoever does the post sound's gonna have a field day with that one.
Yeah.
With all the
Like,
cars
and it was a
man.
Sunday morning, like 7 in the morning. We were like, ain't no cars or traffic gonna be like. I mean,
We got shooting at every.
trucks were
it's
roaring
like
down the
every
road.
fucking minute.
It was like, hold on, wait, action, hurry up, go. You
Especially
know?
when the big tractor trails come out.
Yeah.
Fucking
That was
Star
like
Wars
one of the hardest like days that we had to do. You know, with people interrupting. Like, you know, usually we would like close off sets and block off sets, so like no one around.
It was, you know, you mentioned the gas station, and we have one of our actors yelling, you know, curse words, you know, at this public gas station, and
stuff that
you know,
not
racist remarks
racist.
and all that,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of you know, black people walking by, and he's screaming the N-word. It's like, oh boy, what do we do? Like,
keep driving.
we're just filming a movie. It's like, you know, only dialogue, and you know.
Man.
No one got offended. They're just more laughing about it.
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm saying. The script in this film is going to entertain people.
Oh my God.
Because I mean, I was reading it, and dialogue is something that you really got to get down.
Yeah.
If you're going to have like a lot of dialogue, and you're not saying there's an excessive amount of dialogue in this film, but
There is. I mean,
I was entertained when I was reading the conversations.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many horror films out there. There's these conversations in it, and you're like, you're just like, wow.
it comes down to like the character development, who these characters are, and you really get to know them through that dialogue and through their actions, what they do, and that's what's kind of missing from the horror genre, I feel. Like Jason Blum never directed a horror movie, never wrote a horror movie, but he produced. I don't know what the number is up to, 150.
Yeah, right?
Just
Like
about every
horror movie that's come out.
every horror movie that came out is Blumhouse,
Blumhouse, yeah.
including
Blumhouse
Green
is
Inferno,
great.
I believe.
So.
Including what? Yeah.
Green Inferno?
Yeah.
And it's all trash. Like, you know, they do sell. Don't get me wrong. They make fucking bank.
Some of them are good. They released Get Out, and Get Out was pretty good.
Get Out was all right.
Unique.
It was different.
Yeah,
it was
I liked
different.
it.
That's what it is.
I did like it, and there's some
It was like
Blumhouse that I
Hitchcock.
like.
It reminded me of like a Hitchcock film.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it was very unique for this time period as
But
well.
then again,
you know?
that's not Jason Blumhouse. He's just like, oh, well, that's an awesome idea. Let me buy it.
I'll put my name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I feel like his strategy is just like put your name on as much as possible, throw it all at the wall, and
Yeah.
see like which one or two sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
and you know, a lot of them are trash. I just can't get through them. Like,
Did you like the Purge films?
I like the sequel. Well,
I saw the second one's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I
Yeah,
hate
second
number
one's-
one. I love number two, and then number three. Was
I
okay.
haven't seen 3 yet, but you know,
I
I
didn't
think
like one, though,
I
but
think
two was-
Blumhouse is
it has
on.
moments.
What else did they put out? They put out.
Paranormal movies.
Yeah, the paranormal.
Oh, that's what put Blumhouse. That's what made them so
Now
much
the
money.
first one was
Paranormal
pretty
Activity.
epic. I
Yeah,
mean,
was.
it scared me, but it's the same movie
It's
over
the same-
what
yeah,
7
yeah,
sequels.
you
Like,
can't.
why do you need
But
that?
the thing is, people buy into it.
They
That's
do.
the thing,
I
because it
can't
says
believe found
paranormal
footage is still
activity.
going on. This,
Oh god!
every
Don't even get started on found footage.
Found footage.
never stopped.
We
Yeah, it really,
No.
it really has. It's funny because it's like we had Cannibal Holocaust, which is
Oh, yeah.
the
Epic.
pinnacle. I mean, it's
Exactly.
such a fucking
Yeah.
amazing film. And then there was just that giant gap, and then Blair Witch came out. It's so
Yeah.
funny how that
Yeah,
worked.
right.
It's like. Well, I think Cannibal Holocaust was like 70 something, or was it 81? I don't know, late 70s,
Yeah.
early 80s.
Yeah.
I forget
Yeah,
the exact date. But then it wasn't until like 1996 or something when Blair Witch
99.
came out. And then everyone's like, oh, no one's ever done this before. And it's like, wait.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like-
that's
And they did it
Blair
right.
Witch
you
was
know?
good. I did enjoy Blair
They-
Witch.
they-
I liked it.
The remake or
The
not
original
remake?
one. I watched
Yeah.
the original one the other night.
I'm out of all this. I'm not the fan of sound footage. I actually
Yeah, I
don't
hate
like.
found
Do you like Cannibal Holocaust?
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Cannibal.
okay.
Same, I
Well,
love
yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust.
how can you not like
Cannibal
that?
Holocaust, they do it right because it's found footage and
Both-
like a
best
real
of
movie
both
too.
worlds.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's
So-
actually what I liked about Blair Witch 2 so much. There was a few instances where it was like a webcam or something like that. but
I
it
didn't
was- it
see
was
anything
filmed
into
like
the
a regular
original
movie.
Blair Witch.
I like
I like 2 more than 1.
I heard everybody.
Yeah,
everybody
I
I
love-
talked to really.
I love 2.
Shadows, yeah.
I'm fucking starving. Is there
All
Taco
right,
Bell
they're
anywhere?
calling back a caller right now.
You just ate. I'm hungry again, man.
He eats like a fucking savage.
I know, I do. It's bad.
He was like stealing food off the side of the back road.
Yeah, I had like 10 tacos.
I was just getting ready to say that tacos was like crazy.
Oh, those tacos were
They
awesome.
were
though.
fucking good. Oh, here we are.
There we go. Well, you can't pick up. Prank phone call.
The call has been forwarded to an automated voice
Let me leave a message. Oh,
my bad.
Oh, it's, well, it's your phone. So that was.
Oh, it's not my actual number. You're
Alright.
being good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I want that to be like,
Then
yo.
we'll get back to them.
Let's try the other person.
This is interesting. Instead of calling in, we're calling out.
Yeah, let's just call anyone.
This should be the new
Call.
thing. We're gonna call you.
It's suicide.
We're
hotline.
gonna call you.
Leave
Yeah.
your phone number in the comment section, and we'll call you.
Call my like dad. Hey, dad.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
it's Never Sleep Again TV. We missed your call earlier. How's it going?
Wait, who is this? I'm sorry.
Never Sleep Again TV.
Oh, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Did you have any comments or questions for our guest from Back Road?
Yeah, Drew, Tom, I'm a big fan. So Drew, what was your inspiration? What made you want to write Back Road?
Wow. Pretty much because I'm a degenerate and I love gory, trashy movies, and I mean, I really wanted to reinvent the horror genre in a way, or bring it back to its original roots with Back Road.
Who are we talking to, by the way?
Yeah, what's your name?
My man.
Who is it?
So what was your favorite scene out of the whole movie?
That's classified information. I can't really put that out. I would say the beginning of the movie is
Dude,
probably
nobody even saw the film yet, so no one's even going to know what you're talking about.
well, yeah, exactly. You know, I can't tell them until the premiere.
Gotta keep it a secret, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here that we really can't talk about
Yeah,
yet.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, the whole movie. I mean, I love the whole movie, and you know, there's definitely a couple scenes that are graphic that I just love.
My man. Well, hey, man, I'm big fans of you guys. Appreciate the time.
This is Jason,
Thank you so
isn't
much
it?
for answering my question.
It sounds like
Huh?
Jason.
It's Jason.
Who is this?
Is this Jason?
What?
Who is
It's
this?
Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Jason.
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 Oh, okay.
Hey, Jason.
Well, my favorite part of the movie is the one that you're not in.
Oh, burn. Burn.
We're sorry about that, Jason.
Well, thanks for calling, Jason.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Makes us feel appreciated, you
Yeah.
know?
Like someone cares.
Are you
No
taking-
worries, man. No worries. Thank you guys so much. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Jason,
Thank
I
you.
gotta
Thank
say
you
this
so
to you, man. The guys here, they really loved your scene for Hunting for Justice. They thought that was the best scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was
Absolutely.
Your death scene.
Good.
Where I'm bitching out Megan.
No,
Huh?
when you die.
When you die, not when you're blinking on set dead.
Hey, that was a pretty killer death scene. That was pretty stellar, wasn't it?
I like it how you die, boy.
I hope you didn't tell him about the blinking, did you, Tom or Drew?
I just
we,
did.
Yeah, we just did now. By the way, everybody, he blinks on set when he's trying to act dead. But we all have flaws, but we could overcome those.
No, Jason's also
I'm still the man,
one,
though.
of one of our better actors that we worked with. He's awesome.
Yeah, Jason Maga is terrific. I mean, awesome to work with.
Great body.
Yeah, very nice dick.
Yeah, he had the nicest dick on set.
Yeah.
The softest one.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys
My
do a
hair
class
on
with
it.
the penis and with the silicone and everything?
What penis?
Oh yeah, they
that
know
was
about
a
that
real
one.
penis.
Oh, that was real penis.
Yeah.
Real fluids.
We held
there.
the guy against his will and chopped his dick
Insider
off.
information.
Yeah. There's a little spoiler for you.
X-rated.
Now that finally the truth comes out, we know what their favorite part is, the big penis cutoff scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for ruining that movie.
We gotta cut it. Just beep it out. The big part is
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, this ain't live, so we're good.
I don't see good thing. Oh, man.
But thanks for ruining it.
Yeah, thanks for ruining our moment.
Who else was calling? Was someone calling
got
us
two
back?
other-
Yeah, we have a bunch of other callers.
All right, well,
Yeah.
let's
Get off the
let's
line,
get the
Jason.
show on the road here.
Hey, thank you for calling,
Hey,
Jason.
thank you,
Jason.
Jason.
Thanks,
Good
Jay.
to talk to you, buddy. It was good hearing
Thank
your
you
voice.
guys so much, man. Drew and Tom, you guys are awesome. Best luck with the rest of the interview, guys.
Thanks, man.
Awesome.
Have a good day.
Take it easy, bro.
I'm
All right.
awesome.
You too.
Thanks, bud.
Okay, now.
I think that was just the same.
Oh, I think the same
other
person
number.
tried calling us twice while
Oh,
Jason was
yeah?
on the line.
We call you now.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Yo, just get out the yellow book and we're going to be like, yo, what are you doing?
Alright, so here goes round two.
What are you doing? You alright?
We gotta ask who these people are.
I'm fucking hungry, man.
Yeah, after this last call, we'll just
Are there any
film the
refreshments?
closer. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I'm sure.
There we go.
Hello?
Hi, it's Never Sleep Again TV. We missed your call earlier.
Yeah, I have a question for the director, Drew Pizzo.
So he's right here, so go ahead and ask away.
What's going on?
Okay.
Oh, what's your name?
How you doing, Mr. Pizzo?
Terrific. Who do I have the pleasure
Good.
of speaking to?
My name's Carl Toledo,
Toledo.
and I just had a question. I understand that the police were called out to one of your shoots lately,
Yeah.
and I was wondering if you're going to use this incident for publicity for the movie.
Why not?
Stupid question, but yeah, we're probably gonna use that to our advantage. We already sort of started promoting that incident. We were found innocent in that entire incident.
So-
Was there a trial?
No, there was no trial. We never got arrested, but we did waste a lot of money trying to make our movie. To be exact, about $25,000
Holy.
of
City
good
taxpayers.
old-fashioned
Wow.
taxpayer money. So,
Yeah. That's what your taxes went to.
yeah,
If you live in the regional.
Yeah.
$25,000 to find out a movie crew shot in Schuylkill County. So,
Yeah.
good for you.
But
that's
I really hope you use this incident to promote
yeah.
your movie and try to gain publicity for it. So
Yeah, we're absolutely going to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
That scene alone is well
Okay,
worth the
great.
25,000 people paid for it.
Well,
yeah, make it worth it, kids.
well,
man.
well, thank you very
So,
much,
all right.
Mr.
Do
Toledo.
you have any other questions?
You have anything else to say?
No, that's it for today. No, thank you.
Awesome.
Well,
Thanks
thank
for calling, guys.
Can't wait to see the movie, Mr. Pizzo.
All right,
Have a
thank
great
you very
day,
much,
guys.
Mr. Toledo.
Have a great day. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Have a good one, bud.
What a jackass.
Pizza.
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 I was like, every time I said it, I never said it like pizza. So
No,
I
I've never
say
heard
it.
anyone say it
want a
like
pizza pie.
He's like Chad Toledo.
Did you know him?
Yeah, that's
Oh, you know him?
yeah,
Oh,
that's
he's
Jordan
smoking over here?
Myers. Yeah,
was
he's
Who's Jordan Myers?
my cousin.
Oh,
All right, Insomniacs, thank you so much for watching. And again, we have
Drew Pizzo, writer and director of Backroad.
Tom Smith, special effects artist and producer of Backroad.
Ryan Flannery, actor.
awesome.
You should change your Facebook name.
Thank you for people that called in. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share the hell out of Back Road because it's going to be probably the sickest film to come out of Pennsylvania in a hell of a long time. And I'm not just saying that. So thank you so much again. Kurious Cyclopes.
And Steve.
Thank you for watching Never Sleep Again TV. Stay horrifying.
See ya.